Hello guys, this is Dan on Japan, and today we're going to be speaking about the 3 most overrated places in Tokyo and some alternatives that you'll probably enjoy more instead. I've been to Japan loads of times, and the first times you go, you Google where are the best places to visit, and you get the usual. You get Shibuya, you get Asakusa, you get Shinjuku, you get Akihabara. You get all the main tourist attractions, and some of them places are really cool. I mean, I love Akihabara, for example, but are some of them areas a bit overrated? I think so, and I think there's some great alternatives as well. And coming in with the first overrated place, this is going to be shocking. I find Shibuya to be overrated. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. Shibuya is one of them bucket list type places that you go to, isn't it? You know, it's got the crossing there. It's got the Shibuya crossing, which is the big, massive zebra crossing. You know it. You know what it's all about. And you go there and you do it and it's great and you film it. And then I just found there was not much else to do there. Sure, there was like shopping districts there and there was bars and restaurants there. And apparently the nightlife is good. But there's other places in Tokyo that do it better than Shibuya. So I would go to Shibuya if you're going to Tokyo for the first time. It is a must. And doing the crossing is great. You know, I've been across it a few times. Cut in video of me crossing Shibuya now. Well, as is customary, every year I come here, I come to Shibuya to the crossing and across. And I tell you how life-changing the experience is. Here I am. Crossing right now. Still crossing. Yep, still crossing. I've got jet lag, so I'm knackered. Oh, nearly done crossing. And was it life changing? Well, for 3 years straight, my life has changed right now. But every time I've went there, and I've been there about 4 or 5 times now over the years, I just get a bit bored after an hour. There's like a shopping district, that's fine. There's some nice bars, like Lost Bar from abroad in Japan. He's got a bar there, and that's lovely. But apart from that, it's a bit dull. I can't believe I'm saying that about Shibuya, but it's my opinion. And guys, in the comments below, if you disagree, let me know. Next up on my list of overrated places, I would say Asakusa is overrated, overcrowded, and you're not going to get much out of it during the daytime. Now, there is a caveat to that. I think Asakusa is underrated at nighttime. So I went Asakusa, I hope I'm saying that right, to see Senjoji Temple. And the first time I visited Tokyo, I went there during the day, and it was absolutely packed. I was just walking like this. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Simmerzen. It was too packed. Plus, I burnt my hand. That's another story. I got an incense stick and I took it to the little shrine thing where you put it in the sand. And I thought, oh, I've put it in right. And I put my hand right in there to adjust it and burnt my hand. I was like, Jesus Christ. But because there was that many people about, I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm not in pain. I'm fine. And I walked off with burnt my fingers. Anyway, Asakusa is a great area and the temple is fabulous. But there's some better, quieter temples around that area if you do a bit of research. Secondly, I will say, if you go back to Asakusa after 8 o'clock at night, it is a different experience. Walking around the temple with barely anyone there is just stunning, and it's all lit up fabulously, and it's much better at night. So while I do think it's overrated, I also think it's underrated if you go at a certain time, which is nighttime. Avoid weekends, whatever you do. Another place I found overrated was Team Labs. It was okay. If you don't know what Team Labs is, you've probably seen it on TikTok and YouTube, where it's like a light show. So you go in there and every room has a different feature. It has lanterns, it has lighting, it has mirrored floors and stuff like that. And I went there and paid money, queued up for about an hour to get in. And then walking around, I was like, oh, right, cool. It's just light features. And it was okay. It just wasn't special. Plus, you can't get good selfies or you can't get good pictures because, again, there's just so many people there that it kind of nullifies the experience. At one point, there was an event in there and I queued up for, again, about 60 minutes inside. And I went in, I just sat on this little net and watched the light show above me. And I thought, I've just waited 1 hour to see a 10-minute light show above me. I don't really recommend it. If you're at a loose end, do it, and it's quiet, do it. But as an alternative, maybe try somewhere like Small Worlds, which is in Tokyo, and it's not far off Team Labs. I think it's in near Chiba, or I don't know. You'll have to Google it. Just Google it. But I went to Small Worlds in Tokyo, and it was just full of miniatures. It's like a miniature world. You know them little dioramas people get? Well, imagine that scaled up to a full massive room with little cities in. And it was really good. It was quiet, it was fun, and I got loads of pictures and videos. Again, cue video now. So I'd recommend that as an alternative, or do both. Japan is your oyster. When you want to view the whole of Japan, a lot of people would recommend that you do Tokyo Skytree. And I just found it to be a little bit overrated and a bit expensive. So Skytree is massive. It's the tallest building in Tokyo, I believe. And when you get to the top, it's got the whole view of Tokyo around you. The problem is that, and this is weird to say, it's a little bit too high. So when you get up there, the buildings just look this big. It looks like that miniature place, Small Worlds. And I just don't think you get the best experience for the price. As an alternative, go to Shinjuku and go to the Metropolitan building in Shinjuku, because there's a place in that Metropolitan building that you can go up for free and you can view the whole of Shinjuku around you. And it's low enough that you can see the buildings, you can see the lights on the buildings, you can see the red flashing lights on the top of the buildings. I just think it's a brilliant experience. I went to both, and I would recommend Shinjuku Metropolitan building over the Skytree all day. The Skytree is fine. It's good to look at from afar, but once you're in looking out, I think there's better views, more locally and more in Shinjuku. And also Tokyo Tower, I would recommend that above Skytree. Controversial? Maybe. Okay, this next place might be, well, it will be very controversial, because I'm going to pick Akihabara as slightly overrated, but only on the aspect that if you're shopping for anime goods, there's better places you can go and cheaper places you can go. Now, I will say that Akihabara is amazing as a place in general. If you just want to window shop for anime figures, any type of figures, even adult figures, you can go to Akihabara and you have a great time. And it's just a great city, electric city. It's amazing. I like going to all the little shops with with like places that sell screwdrivers and electronics and stuff like that. I think it's amazing. But the reason it's overrated just from a shopping perspective is because they know you're a tourist, and the price of anime figures and PlayStation 1 games, for example, are going to be double and almost triple. Instead, I would recommend a place like Nanako Broadway for that. Nanako has this shopping area that has old anime figures, PlayStation games, stuff like that, old retro games. And I found it to just be a lot cheaper than going to Akihabara, although it is catching up a little bit. Alternatively, what you should do is get outside Tokyo, and you'll find figures and games in Akihabara outside of Tokyo are just so cheap you wouldn't believe it. I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I got Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 9 all here. I won't get them out. I got them all from Akihabara. And that was just because I had a lot of money left over for me spends. But I spent a lot of money for Final Fantasy 8. I spent about 40, 50 quid for that game, and I don't think it's nowhere near that price. But I couldn't find it anywhere else, and I just thought, let's just pay the money and get it. I reckon if I would have went outside of Tokyo and went to a hard off or a book off, whichever one it's called. A hard off is like a second-hand shop. I reckon I could have got that for like 7, 8 quid, 9 quid. So there you have it. Akihabara, from a shopping perspective, is overrated. Visiting Akihabara is amazing. You will love it. It's got anime goods, it's got shops, it's got food, it's got places that you can take pictures and it looks all retro and Japanesey and Blade Runner. It's just class. I love the place. But do your shopping in other places. Pro tip. So they are my 5 overrated places in Tokyo. And when I say overrated, I'd still recommend you go and see them if you haven't before. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Put in the comments below where your overrated places are. And if you disagree with me, you're fucking wrong. No, you're not wrong. just put in the comments below why you disagree, and give me some recommendations of where I should go in Shibuya, in Akihabara, that would change my opinion about the pricing and things to do in Shibuya. And other things if you want as well. Say what you want. Just put in the comments below, you're a bald fat guy, and I'll say, there's no need for that, but you are right. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. This is Dan on Japan, and I've been Dan, and you've been Japan. Damn it.